It is his morning ritual. Every sunrise, Tim Kerr hauls his ladder to his neighborhood flagpole, hoisting the Stars and Stripes to its rightful perch over Capitol Hill.
I might have a little audience, but a lot of the time it's just a solitary moment for me.
But on this rainy Saturday morning, Kerr is not alone. Not at all.
Grit side down, right, Con?
Yep. It's the final autumn spit and polish before the long, wet Seattle winter. And these volunteers take their jobs very seriously. Though the beneficiaries of their work may never know the difference.
Some of these grave markers have been out here for over 100 years, and they've been just totally unattended, ignored, and the moss has gotten a head start on us.
You see, this is a graveyard, the final resting place for nearly 600 men and women. But not just any man or woman.
The 13th New Hampshire Cavalry or the 20th New York Infantry, or all these different military units from all different parts of the United States.
Under these stones lay veterans of the Civil War.
That's Maxwell, Maine.
Thousands of miles from the Mason-Dixon, the Grand Army of the Republic Cemetery is a Seattle landmark of which few have ever heard, and it almost disappeared. A few years ago, the city tried to turn this plot of land into an off-leash dog park. It was just the rallying cry these neighbors and friends needed. These heroes must be protected.
Edward Lind was my great-great-grandfather.
Like Edward Lind, a Norwegian immigrant from Wisconsin who fought not for glory, but for equality.
The family history says that he thought slavery was wrong and that he felt very passionately about it, so he and his brothers and some of his cousins all joined various regiments out of their community and went off to war.
Or Frank Bois, the Congressional Medal of Honor recipient for his valor during the Battle of Vicksburg. Jim Diamond over there knows all about soldiers like Edward and Frank. He has a master's in Civil War history. For many years, his interest was purely intellectual.
Oh, Sanborn, where is he?
Now it's personal.
2 days ago, I had a cousin out here, a Mr. Sanborn, who was a musician in one of the Vermont regiments. This is my relative right here.
Gideon Stump Bailey is here too, a black man who led his troops in the segregated 6th U.S. Colored Infantry. Buried more than 80 years, he and his fellow soldiers are still leading the way today.
Oh, it's really interesting out here. This cemetery has men, it has women, we have black people, we have white people, we have Protestants and Catholics, we have fathers and sons, we have husbands and wives. And they were all able to get along with each other. You know, maybe there's something we could all learn from that.
Lessons passed down from one generation to the next, taken to heart by dozens of volunteers. The ideals of liberty, justice, and honor everlasting.
Their sacrifice saved this country. And if they could do what they did and take, get wounded and shot, I think I can come out here and do this.
In Seattle, Heather Filkins, King 5 News.